arrived. Sitting out here in the garden would be very agreeable with a cup of tea, and of course it's always said that the French in this area in Vietnam and in Laos. So here in the early morning of yet another day in Pakse, very nice bread and jam and butter and just a light meal to start the day, because there's a lot to see in this area and I shall go and investigate and just see what's most enjoyable in a moment. And now hot tea and coffee approaches. Nice to see you. Young people who are members of the family here have been in the kitchen getting a little something ready. And Blackie the dog is also wanting to be in on the whole affair. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we're in the Lao Nation still, and this is one of the main reasons for coming to the southern reaches of Lao. That is to go and see a waterfall that is world famous. I haven't seen it yet, it's within reach though, we're nearly there. And apparently it's spectacular. This being the rainy season, should be a great day to see this famous waterfall in the nation of Lao. Here we are at Koh Pha Peng. This is where this fantastic waterfall is. Well, I believe it to be, and I'm taking the word of my reliable guide who I've managed to contact again for this visit to Laos, Thun, who's been driving his own terrific vehicle. He knows his way around, I think, all of Laos. It's his country, and he's very familiar with the southern part where we are now. And this waterfall he highly recommends. So I can't wait to see it. I think it should be great.
This way, please, because we could see some souvenir shop here around here about the local people that sell it, and also some local medicine too. And then
right.
Go to the Peng waterfall around there.
Okay. Thun, do you know what's in here?
In here, you know, like around here they have lots of fish, and they got some small fish, and then they just dry them when it's dry already, and then they just keep here, and then they cut small, you know, just put inside the bamboo here, and then when it's already cooked, and they can make with the chili or some pepper, and
everything
they can eat with sticky rice. It's very good.
But did they put that in fire, the bamboo in fire to cook inside? Because it looks like it's been burnt a bit on the outside,
just
doesn't it?
Yeah. อันนี้ต้องเผาบ่นี่หรือว่าจะได้เอาใส่นี่แล้วเผาเนาะ Yeah, they put inside first and then they have to burn it again. This one for cook.
What is this one used for? This is unusual.
This one, this kind of local medicines, you know, because generation of the people, the old generation.
Yes.
They said that this kind of tree is good for the who got diabetes.
Oh, diabetes?
Yeah, it's good. You just boil it with the water. But if you need to grow it after you boil it, you just cut at the top here, and then you can grow it at home.
Oh, so if you cut it there, you can plant that in the ground and grow your own.
Yep.
And have your own diabetes cure. I'd rather not have the disease to start with, but that looks like a good treatment for it. Well, that's amazing. All these things have only just arrived in this part of Laos. So John, it would seem that this dried fish, is it dried fish? It's very popular, a lot of people buying it.
Yeah, you know, because this one especially just in the south they have a lot, and maybe the price is more cheaper than in the north or in the middle of Laos.
So they eat this kind of dried fish everywhere in Laos, do they?
Almost everywhere in Laos we have it, this one.
Is it a special fish or just a normal fish from the river?
There's no normal fish from the Mekong River here, because they have a lot of fishermen, you know, nearby the waterfall here.
Yes.
So most of them may be just fishermen.
Yeah. Well, I can see why it's a good business. They're selling really well these dried fish. They don't appear to be appetizing to me, but clearly they are once you try them. And Lao people eat a lot. So just a short walk to the river, which I can now see, through nice trees and good little shops and restaurants and what have you here. But what I like is the fact you can hear something quite loud, and that's got to be the waterfall that we've come to see. So that's what the noise is all about. Not only the drumming noise of the water coming over the rocks, but the popular stories too, that kind of background noise, I suppose, to this site. Catching it for the first time, seeing these fantastic waterfalls on the Mekong River, as we call it. They actually call the river just the River Kong. The Mekong comes from a different kind of usage, but internationally it's known as that, isn't it? Mekong. Just the Mekong River here in Laos, and these fabulous falls. They're like huge cataracts, I suppose, aren't they? Being at this time of year when there's been quite a lot of rain, and it's the middle of the rainy season, the water, I gather, is this creamy colour because of all the inflow of other streams into the Mekong that has now reached this point. Although there wouldn't be as much volume in the drier period, apparently the water in the river at that time, other times of the year, is actually clearer because there's not the inflow from the various tributaries. Either way, it's got to be spectacular and something special to see if you get into the southern area of Laos where we are at the moment. Don, there's a lot of water coming over the falls at this time of year, isn't there?
Oh yeah, you know, a lot of water come down this season because now in Laos is rainy season. That's why you could see a lot of water here. Normally, you know, if on dry season you will see, okay, some of water, but it's still a lot. And that time the water will be very, very clean and it look very beautiful. But this time it's quite dark water here.
So a lot of that water now, it's got that browny color. That's because of the rainy season bringing the dirt into the river. It still looks beautiful. It's a nice color, cream color.
Oh yeah, it's still not because it's many water and it's falling down. That one is quite interesting for the tourists, you know.
And what about in the drier season when there's still water but not so much?
Oh yeah, on the dry season, you know, not so much water here, and you will see that one is more higher and falling down. It's about 50 meters high.
Oh, it's actually taller than it looks. It's higher than it looks, is it? Yeah.
Because now just a lot of water, then it looks so low, you know, when it's falling down.
So in the drier season, when the water comes over, it has to fall further into the river.
Yeah, 50 meters. That's why they call like the Angela of Asia, because it's big.
Oh, like Niagara. Yes, it's reminiscent of that, isn't it? It's sort of quite a long waterfall as well. And
we
a
have
lot
another
of people
point again. We have another point for a good photo over there, that corner.
Fantastic, we'll go there as well.
Let's see,
We can go there. The Mekong is an extraordinary river, isn't it? This, I gather, is just one part of it, big and all as it looks already, but there's even more parts of it.
So this one, just the main one, falling down here, but normally they have a lot of branches, you know, out there, because it's very wider, I think more than 10 kilometers wide, this one. It's not just a...
Really, this is not the widest part of the river on the waterfall. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
And where we are now, we're in Laos, and on the opposite side of the river, it's still Laos, I think.
It's still Laos because, you know, if opposite over there, it's still another branch of the Mekong River and another island as well as here around the southern of Laos. They call 4,000 islands.
So that's another wonderful place to visit for anybody coming to this area. A spot called 4,000 Islands in the Mekong River.
They have many, especially they call Don Kong. That one, you know, the most popular for the foreigners who want to stay at the bungalows, you know, and swimming nearby the river. That one is luxury life. So
there are so many things to do around the river. Just come to Laos first and the rest will fall into place, I'm sure. I've heard about a rocky outcrop somewhere with a tree on it. Can you take me to see that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Just this way?
This way, yeah.
I'll be good. This may well be the tree we're going to have a look at now. Oh, and here's another version of it too. Look at that, eh?
Many.
Those are all little birds that fly in. Apparently white birds come in the morning, I think it is, and the black birds come in the afternoon. Goodness knows what the reason is for that, but there would be people who could tell you, I'm sure. I'd just like to see it if we can, with or without birds. See this rocky outcrop with trees growing on it somehow. But I feel obliged to buy the pictures as well, since the little kids have let us see them so well. So that.
So you take two?
I buy it.
Oh, young boy, young boy.
Young boy.
Okay, young boy.
Sight that is, those roiling waters there. Being, as I said earlier, in the middle of wet season here in Laos, this part of Asia generally. So the Mekong is really full of water that's just pouring over those rocks and cataracts there. Quite a sight. And it's quite a din too, but a very pleasing natural sound there. And it's just one of those things, or several of those things, that make it a delight to be in this part of the world. If you want to see the birds in the trees, I think the birds are not so attracted to the noise of the falling waters. They come in the drier season. So that's another separate sight. Whenever you come to this part of the world, there'll be good reason to be here, just as there was today.